TikTok's on the go. Sweet, perfect. Right. If anyone's watching this on the replay, please give me a hashtag replay. I finally got the full logo in now on TikTok. If I duck down, you guys can see it on Instagram in the background. You guys on Facebook and YouTube have got it in because you're on my webcam. Cool. Right. Let's give it a few minutes. Let some people jump on. Thanks for jumping on, everyone. Let me know how your day's going in the comments. Leave me an emoji that best explains your day. Let's have some fun on this one. Leave me an emoji that best explains your day. Cool. And we're going to get this party started in about 60 seconds. Let's just let it load up. Cool. Got a few jumping on Instagram. Thanks, gang. Appreciate you jumping on, tuning in. Give me a love. Double tap on Instagram. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Hit like on Facebook and double tap on TikTok. And then we're going to get into it very shortly. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a fucking good. Mind you, they're all good. I think they're all good. And I think you guys do as well, because a lot of you reach out to me and tell me. Cool. Right. Shall we hit record and crack on with this? Cool. We've got it loading up now. Right. Sorted. 3, 2, 1. Yes, gang, welcome to another episode of the Type 1 Movement Podcast with me, your boy, your host, Type 1 Tom. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking you through the top 4 traits my most successful clients have. Now, before we get started, please leave me a 5-star rating. I'm going to be adamant on this now. I want a 5-star rating and a review on the podcast app if you do get value from this episode. Also, give it a screenshot. Share it to your Instagram stories and tag me at type1_Tom. This really does help me reach more type 1 diabetics and positively impact our community. I don't run any ads or anything for this podcast. Do you know what I mean? It's completely off word of mouth. So I am so grateful for you guys that listen, that tune in regularly, or new subscribers. Make sure you subscribe as well and do promote it by sharing it. So I appreciate you guys. So, right, I'm going to come straight into this. Top 4 traits my most successful clients have. Now, over the past, I'd say 3 or 4 years now, I've been coaching just type 1 diabetics. And I've worked with over 250 type 1 diabetics, helping them improve the numbers. We're going to get a little bit, this is just surface level, so lowering their A1C, 6.5% or below, we aim for 47 in the newer terms, lowering their average blood glucose and increasing their time in target range. So I'd say I'm pretty equipped to give you guys like 4 traits that I see people that join my coaching program have, and that enables them to have amazing success on the program, so they can not only achieve these great numbers, but also improve their health, live the healthiest life possible, and do all the good shit that we want to do in life, right? Because I'm a firm believer that, everything we want in life as type 1s comes down to us having well-controlled blood glucose levels. That is the base foundation. If we're constantly running high or low, we're stressed all the time, we can't deliver our best self to the shit that we want to do in life, right? I'm sure you'll agree with that. So I wanted to share there's plenty of them, but the 4 main traits that I see, in hope that you guys are going to get some inspiration and motivation from this. Now, a while ago, I did do a podcast about the top 4 qualities my most successful clients have. And at the time, I think it only coached about 100 type 1s. So as I grow, as my program grows, as I start to work with more type 1s, I am going to be doing this and letting you know what I find from working with type 1s. So this is going to enable you to kind of go, right, I don't need to work on this, or I've got this trait, or I've got that trait, because I want you guys to have that success. I want you guys to be healthy, and I want you guys to have great glucose control as well, right? So, right, the first trait that my most successful clients have is they are fast to implement, and I've put a side note on this: take messy action. Guys, and I'll come straight out and say it, if you're waiting for the right time, you're constantly procrastinating, you're waiting until life's a little bit quiet, do you know what I mean? All this sort of stuff, we're less stressed. Like, you'll never take action. You'll never take action. I'm big on this with my clients. I'm like, right, you come into my program, you watch a video from the course that we've got, a training, go and fucking take action. Action is the best way that you're going to learn. And by taking messy action, what I mean is just go and fucking take action. Go and run your basal rate test. Go and test your insulin to carb ratio. Go and start trying to eat different foods. Just take some sort of action, because even if it's messy, it's still action. It's still going to move the needle forward. And like I say, if you're just waiting for the right time till life's hunky-dory, it's less stress, you're not busy, life's always busy, you're always going to have a certain level of stress. So this is the first trait that my most successful clients have, is the fast to implement on things that we teach them, and they take action, regardless of it not being perfect. Take messy action. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing. The second thing, this is a big one, and this is something that I want to spread into all type 1 diabetics. And the second thing is they see obstacles as lessons and a chance to learn and grow. The second trait my most successful clients have is they see obstacles as lessons and a chance to learn and grow. I'm going to give you a great example. Let's say you get a big spike in your blood glucose levels. Yeah, you get a big spike in your blood glucose levels. Instead of getting so emotionally attached to it and be like, oh, this is fucking stressful. I'm on this roller coaster, rage bolusing, overcorrecting, going high, low. We're riding the roller coaster. You're getting super fucking stressed. What you need to do is take a back step, take a fucking breath, and see that obstacle as a lesson and a chance for you to grow. Yeah. So take a back step, take a breath, relax, and be like, right, what did I do before this could have possibly caused that? Yeah. Did I eat? Did I work out? Am I highly stressed? Am I dehydrated? Am I tired? Is my sleep quality shit? Yeah. That's the sort of stuff that you need to be doing. Instead of seeing a spike or a low and you're like, fucking hell, and you're so, I know it can be challenging at times, but you're so invested in it, you cannot then think clearly and see that obstacle as a lesson and a chance to grow. This goes hand in hand with taking messy action, the first trait as well. So this is the second thing. Like one of the traits my most successful clients have is they see these highs, these lows, these outcomes that we don't necessarily want, these obstacles, the just obstacles, as lessons and a chance to grow. They're just lessons. It's just data. It's just numbers. It's just feedback. And you need to take that lesson as a chance to grow. That's the second one. That is a huge one. And emotionally detaching yourself from your glucose levels comes under this. Yeah. The third trait that I see in my most successful clients, the third trait is they understand that it's a journey with no end date. This is a big one. They understand it's a journey with no end date. Look, we are always going to be type 1 diabetics. I spoke about a cure and all that sort of stuff. It's not something I waste my mental energy on, but we need to understand that me, you, if you're type 1, it's a journey. It's a journey. There's never an end date. Even like I say to my clients, right, we've got this great control now. Keep applying the knowledge that you've learned on the program. Do not stop. We cannot stop at parts of our journey once we get great control and be like, hey, I'm done. You're not done. It does get easier the more that you do it. And when you start to achieve great control, it's always challenging at the start. But you need to understand it's a journey. And in every journey, these highs and these lows, literally with us as fucking type 1s, right? But there's times in journeys that are really challenging. That I've been through times that are really challenging. I'm sure you have as well. And then there's times that are absolutely amazing. Yeah. And this goes back to like the second one that I said. In these challenging times, it's an obstacle. It's a lesson. You're going to get them. You need to welcome them. But then in these times that things are going great, be like, right, what did I do? How was this so great? You need to understand that being a type 1 diabetic, improving your health, having well-controlled blood glucose levels, it's a journey. Yeah, there's not an end date. It's not like a diet where you start a diet and you lose fucking 10 stone in a day and then that's it. You're fucking over with. It's a journey and it's part of our lives. And if you can accept it into part of who you are, it will make everything else much, much easier. Yeah. So that's the third trait that I see in my most successful clients is they understand it's a journey. The fourth trait I see is they are willing to invest in themselves. They are willing to invest in themselves. I'm going to come straight out with this. Like, guys, we need to understand in life, we have two currencies. In life, we have two currencies. We have money and we have time. One of those we can get back. We have two currencies, money and time. One of those we can get back. One of those we cannot. Obviously, the one that we can get back is money. We cannot get our time back. Yeah. And I speak to a lot of type 1s that are really struggling to manage the levels, really struggling to get on the right track, not really understanding it. Yeah. And they've been struggling for so long, but they're not willing to invest in themselves with a coach like myself, which is obviously a financial commitment, or if not, putting their time into gaining knowledge. I'll give you an example. I have a coach for my workouts. I have a business mentor. Could I figure that shit out by myself? Probably, but how long is it going to take me? So I've chose to pay a coach and a mentor to get me to where I want to be quicker. Same with my clients. They've obviously joined my program, made a financial investment, and committed to themselves because they know that as a coach, I've made certain mistakes. I've seen clients making certain mistakes. So I've built my program out so I can get them the control and what they want towards their goals much quicker than them spending that much time on it by themselves. Because you can get money back, you cannot get your time back. And I'm the same. We cannot get our time back. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily always have to be a commitment with money if you're willing to invest time. It could be doing things like research. I'm big on this, team. I'm like, go and fucking educate yourself on diabetes. Go and educate yourself on how insulin works. Yeah, it could be doing some self-research. It could be searching the internet. Just be careful what you're listening to and what you're taking in, yeah? It could be reading books. It could be listening to podcasts like the Type 1 fucking Movement podcast. You're here, you're spending your time now listening to me, watching me to educate yourself, yeah? To educate yourself. So that's the fourth thing. They're willing to invest in themselves. There's always going to be a currency that we need to give in order to get an outcome that we want. There'll always be a currency, and it's either money if we're paying someone like a coach like myself, or I'm paying like a business mentor or a coach for workouts to get me to where I want to be faster, or it's time we try and figure it all out on our own. Yeah, we can always get money back. We can't get time back. Yeah. And then we've got obviously like the unlimited resources, podcasts, books, which is going to take your time. Yeah. So that's the fourth thing. They're willing to bet and invest in themselves. So I'm going to quickly recap 4 traits my most successful clients have. The first one is they're fast to implement and they take messy action. They're not waiting until everything's perfect all the time, because life isn't always perfect. You're always going to be busy. We're always going to have a certain level of stress. Kids are always going to be doing your head in. Dog's always going to be a knob like Steve. Do you know what I mean? There's always going to be something. So you just need to be fast to implement and take messy action. The second trait is seeing obstacles as lessons and a chance to grow. Emotionally detach yourself from your numbers and just see them as a lesson and a chance to grow. Third one, understand it's a journey that we are always going to be on. We are always going to be learning in. There's always going to be high points, literally with us, with our levels. There's always going to be low points as well. That's how any journey is, and that's the beauty of it. And the fourth one is they're willing to invest in themselves. The 2 currencies, money and time. Yeah. Team, that is it. If you got value from this episode, please leave me a rating and a review on the podcast app, as it really does help me reach more Type 1 diabetics and positively impact our community. Like I said at the start as well, give it a screenshot, whatever device or platform you're listening to it on. Share it on your Instagram stories and tag me at type1_Tom so I can reach out and say thank you. I just do want to say to all you guys who are regular subscribers, or even if this is the first episode of mine that you're coming across, I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Like I said, we're all busy, right? Just to, watch me, like, I was going to say, like, stick it in your ears sort of thing, but watch me, listen to this show, and actually getting some value and reaching out to me and tell me you got value as well at the end of the day. I love that because I know that things aren't falling on deaf ears. I do this. Do you know what I mean? I don't get paid to do this podcast or do these lives. I show up, and I've shown up every single day for the past, except Saturday and Sunday, for the past 2 weeks, because I want to make an impact and I want to deliver value to you guys. So when you guys reach out and say, hey, Tom, I fucking love that episode, I really got something from it, that makes it so worthwhile for me. So I do really appreciate you guys listening and taking the time out of your busy days to watch me, tune into the lives, or listen to the podcast. Team, that is it. Thanks very much for listening. Hope you have the fucking best day ever. Until the next episode, peace. Cool. Guys, on the live streams, do we have any questions? Make sure you give me a hashtag replay if you're watching it on the replay. Bye, John. Love you, mate. John's not even Type 1. He's just my neighbour. He's just jumped on for a crack. Cool. We've got a few emojis on there. Awesome. We've got fire emoji. Thank you. Cool. Guys on Facebook, YouTube, guys on TikTok. Sweet. Right, team. Hopefully you got some value from that. Yeah. Hopefully you got some value. and it's opened your eyes a little bit, and you'd be like, you know what? It might be one of the traits, might be taking messy action. I keep putting stuff off till life's all right. Fuck it. I'm just going to take action. Go and do it. I want this from this live stream and this podcast episode for you to be like, yeah, you're right. I'm just going to go and do it. That's how I know you've got value from it. And it's going to move you forward in terms of your health and managing your glucose levels as well. That's why I do this at the end of the day. Right, team. Thanks very much for jumping into this live stream. Hope you have the fucking best day ever. Until next live, have a great day. Peace.